What's going on, guys? Redneck Man 454 here, and today we're going to be making beer can chicken. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. You guys loved my ribs. You guys have tried it. If you guys haven't seen that video, check it out. So you don't need a whole lot for this. It's pretty simple and it's relatively inexpensive. I think I picked up 2 of those yard birds for 15 bucks, so about $7.50 a piece, and they're big birds. You're going to need brown sugar and butter, which I've already melted down in the microwave. A beer can stand, beer, and I really like this Suckle Busters chicken dust. So, or it's, what is it? Clucker dust, chicken rub. Really good. Then you need something to wipe the butter and brown sugar on, and then I've also got a baster. So, very simple. So what I'm going to do now is basically just take some of the slurry that I've made and wipe it all over the bird. And that's to be used as kind of to help the rub to sit on there, and it adds a little flavor. The butter helps with the goldening of the skin, and obviously the brown sugar adds a little bit of sweetness to it. You'll notice in most of my recipes that I do for anything on the smoker, most of them contain some sort of brown sugar. So this is kind of hard to do one-handed, so I'm going to go ahead and finish it up, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I've got it all coated in brown sugar and butter. Now I need to use my my rub. So I'm just going to dust some of this on there. And I'm going to be really generous with it. I'm going to get everywhere. This is another one of those things that you're going to want to flip over, get in the wing pits, get under the thighs, get everywhere you can. So again, it's going to be tough to do one-handed. So I'll show you that when it's done. Now the bird's completely dusted, got under its wings, everything. We need to stick it on there. So what we're going to do is crack a cold one. I'm going to have a drink. All right, and then we're gonna fill this up with nice ice cold beer. Yum. So basically I warmed this up I put warm water in this to kind of warm the ceramic up. Just that way it starts warming the beer quicker, because you don't want to have your beer cold and, you know, kind of take away heat from the bird when the bird's trying to cook. So that'll basically bring this up to room temperature. You know, and you could add 1 or 2 beers. One's normally plenty. You just don't want it to all evaporate. Then we're going to stab the bird on there, and we'll go stick it on the pellet smoker. So that's the next step. So there it is. I put it on a plate because that other tray was dirty. Looks good all the way around. And I will put links to the seasoning and this ceramic and anything else I use in a link in the video description. So make sure to check those out. They are affiliate links, so they help me out as well. Well, the pellet grill's warming up. Still smoking on this Cabela's pellet smoker. I'm using the Hickory char pellets. I forgot the brand of them. They're okay. I prefer the Hickory from Cabela's. Normally Hickory for bird would be a little heavy, but this Hickory char, for whatever reason, doesn't have as harsh a smoke flavor as normal Hickory, so we'll be safe with that. We're gonna cook it at 225 for 2 hours to start with. Check the temperature. Look at it, make sure it looks okay, and if everything looks all right, we're going to bump the temp up to 350 for 15 to 30 minutes until the bird gets to 160 or 165 degrees in the breasts, and then we'll pull it off. So I'll show you guys sticking it on here, and then as we check it along the way. Okay, and sorry about the wind, but it is on there now. I I just tossed some more seasoning on there from me touching it where my fingerprints were. So now we're gonna let it sit for 2 hours in there. We'll come back and check it. Yum. Well, it's been on there for 2 hours, and we're gonna just check its temperature. Right now is normally when we'll bring it up. I had a nice thermometer and I can't seem to find it. So I'm gonna check it in several spots. Let's call that 140, that's not bad. Over here. Alright, so yeah, overall, most of the birds between 140 and 150. Up here, it's 140. So what I'm going to end up doing is leaving it at this temperature for just a little bit longer, maybe another 30 minutes or so. And then I'll bump it up to that 350 just to crisp the outside of it. Alright, so the bird hit 160 right there. Let's check over here. This side's a little warmer than 160. Check that up in there. Check all the places. Yeah, it's definitely done. I'd like it to be a little bit more even than that, but that's just the way she goes. But you can see when I stick my guy in there, the fluid that comes out, so she's nice and moist. So it's finally done. We're gonna pull it off. I ended up doing 2.5 hours at 225, and I ended up doing 45 minutes at 350. And that did this particular bird. I'm not sure the weight on it. So anyways, it is done. We're gonna load it up onto the plate and go inside, and I'll do an outro with cutting it open and tasting the piece. Okay, and just brought the bird in. It looks pretty damn good all around. The skin is nice and crispy, and the temperature's good, and she is juicy. Let's just cut off just a little piece of the breast and just have a taste. Wow, that is good. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.